Jace Lejeune from Gridiron Football. I'm here with Breaux Bridge head coach, Coach Pierce, Tyler Pierce. And Coach, this is year two for you. We've got another media day with you this year. So tell me, get a quick recap of 2024 before we get to 2025.
Really, 2024 for us was, it was all about kind of implementing our system, our culture, kind of our standards and everything. And one of the biggest things that we had from last year was 20 plus seniors that graduated. So now it's a youth movement, but we have a great group of seniors for this year, which is really trying to pick up where last year's team really left off, and just really trying to preach the standards, the little things, and for them to kind of know that that's where our success is going to come from for this coming up season.
And what do you think about this overall group just being around another year? I know it helps a lot from year one to year two and everything. So what do you think about this group?
It's a fun group to coach, and one of the biggest things is especially the seniors we have. They're just again, it's just a good group of kids, and for them that makes you kind of want to be, just a better person around, a better coach. And for us is to really kind of put the accountability on their shoulders, because we know that they can handle it. And then for them, it's the challenge of, it's easy to do something one day. You can make up your bed one day, but it's those daily habits of, can we do it for 1 week to 2 weeks to a month to a year? And that's the biggest challenge that we want for these kids, because they can handle it. They're mentally strong, they're mentally tough, they're tough in the weight room, everything we ask them to do. And they're teaching the youth that we have, which is a lot of sophomores, a lot of freshmen we're really going to count on this year. I mean, they got to learn from the guys.
For sure, Coach. And I know you brought 3 guys with you today. Tell me about these 3 guys and why you decided to bring them today.
Well, really for a lot of it is when you start looking at the levels, I kind of start below. But Christian Joseph has kind of been a person that stepped in up front. And when we came in, we saw him as a defensive lineman, and I think it was week 3 out of injuries, he turned into a offensive lineman. So now he was a D-line offensive line guy. So for him, he was a guy that really was able to kind of be the man as far as, the standards, again, that wanted to be placed up front. And so for him, he's really done a great job of, really trying to guide those little youngsters and really pull them up. And at the second level, whether you say running backs or linebackers, that would be Balin Champagne. And the same deal last year was a linebacker for us. And then eventually, as the season kind of came on and we kind of found a different identity on offense, he started as our running back, and he was our leading tackler on the team on defense, and he was our leading rusher. So for him, a very lead by example there every day, and which is all the 3 especially, and really all the seniors. I mean, I could have almost brought all of them for sure. But and then Isaiah LeBlanc for us is, he's a weapon that we could be used. One thing about Isaiah is, he's how do you want to say it? He's a receiver, different things, but he actually had to step in and play quarterback and was injured a lot for us last year, and that was big for him to have such a selfless act about the team. And a lot of his buddies and stuff, of course, were a part of that senior class. So, it was just nice to see, hey, I'm not a receiver, I can also play quarterback. I'm not a linebacker, I play running back. And for Christian, I'm not a D lineman, I can also play O-line and do what's best for the team, not what's best for me,
Sure. Offensively as a whole, what does that kind of look like on that side of the football?
So really offensively, we brought in a new offensive coordinator, Benjamin Gonzalez from Karen Crow, and really one of the biggest things is whether it's a lineman mentality of me, I like the run game for us to be able to lean into it, and so for us a lot more under center, really want to be able to control the run game, and then for us is to be multiple as we could be. A lot of people when they think run game, again, we're gonna run it, but the thing is that we want Isaiah and we want those guys to win, and hopefully those one-on-one battles, which is what it brings to it, So for us, it's exciting. I think it just matches my personality, and it's not just matching about my personality. I think it's what's best for the program, that direction. And we went through 5 quarterbacks last year.
Yeah.
And if you rely on spread and you're on your 5th quarterback, let me just tell you, it can be a pain. At least if you have the run game to rely on, you're gonna be in great shape during the season.
Absolutely, Coach. Defensively, I know offense sells tickets, but defense wins championships. What about that side of the football?
Well, and the one good thing is Coach Baird, who's our DC, is coming back. So at least, with our install, it's kind of like the only new part is on offense. And we actually ran some of the offense towards the end of last year, just didn't have it to Coach Benji's part and really be able to take it to a whole nother atmosphere. But defensively, a lot of the guys we're counting on offense are going to turn around and play defense. So the rules don't change, the system's not changing. For us, it's a little bit of a breathing room of we get to coach the younger guys and build some depth, but we're not asking them to learn a new system in June like we did last year, which was, it's tough putting in a new special teams, a new offense, a new defense the first day of summer. So to me, I can sleep a little bit easier because I always feel like we're behind, but we're actually in great shape.
Before we move on to the schedule, any guys besides these three you want to think we're sleeping on, or guys that you think will be big contributors this year?
Yeah, we have really one guy who's Shawnee Lewis is going to be kind of like an outside linebacker for us. He can play anything for us. Another thing is running back, which would spell Balin. And, again, just kind of a guy that we can rely on. And, if it's on defense to get extra snaps, if it's on offense, he can step in. He's a great kid. And we have Luke Landry, that's a senior as well. That's he's probably one of our strongest pound for pound for possibly the weight room. And he just was born with genetics of it. And so for him, he really wants to help Christian and some other seniors there really kind of take charge of it. But, senior-wise, we have some new seniors that are trying to step in. Our starting quarterback actually has not played until his freshman year, and he's going to be for right now, he's our starting quarterback, and he's a senior, Kanan Arwen, and look, good kid, great kid, and he also plays baseball, so he brings a good culture, a good detailed mind, and so for him, it's fun because there's not a lot of seniors that we really have. But they're just good quality seniors and guys. It's going to be guys that I really hate to lose after this year.
And Coach, let's talk about the schedule coming up. Non-district, district opponents y'all be playing against this year.
Yeah, week one we go to Natchitoches Central, which again is my hometown, and so for us it was nice, and especially from my NSU days, like knowing Coach Laird and Coach Thomas. There's a lot of great coaches that's on that staff. So for me, it's again they came to us last year. Now I get to come home. So my parents can luckily just go right across town and be it. That's a tough one. To me, I feel like that's our biggest goal is we cannot go in there and really kind of still be piecing things together. That we have to be kind of that one unit on offense, one unit on defense. And so starts it out, but non-district, that one's more of a personal one as far as for me. But we have such a, when you say out of district, I mean, for me in Catholic, which, Coach Prejean does such a great job.
He does, yep.
And you look at it, of course, right down the road, you got to have the St. Martinville rivalry. So, of course, always got to respect that and keep looking at Kaplan and Coach Lotif, who, again, I think the world of, another person there. And you start looking at Northside. I mean, there's not a whole lot of room to breathe. And whenever you look in the district, it's weird, though. We might have, new coaches at like Opelousas and Cecilia, but there's still a lot of talent within the district. So for us, it's fun because we know who those guys are, but we don't know who they are this year just the same way with us. So it'll be fun to see the identity as, once we creep into that district,
And finally, Coach, just give a shout out to the fans and get them ready for football season, why they should be excited about the 2025 version of the Tigers.
Well, I think the main thing about the 2025 class, though, is this is one that's really wanting to take it on their back and take it. We reset culture, we reset a lot of things to it, and for us, though, it's they're hungry. Matter of fact, they're probably more than hungry. They're starving. And for the fans, is I want them to feel that passion and feel them. And everything we're doing from coaching and everything else is to really make sure to put them in the best spot for at the end of the day, it's not even about Breaux Bridge High School. It's Breaux Bridge.
Right.
So that's the whole goal for that is they come out and just see that the kids are playing passionate as one team and. We do all the right little things, and the school board takes itself, and then we all have a happy night.
Yeah, absolutely, Coach. Well, looking for big things for the Tigers in 2025. Here's your preview magazine, and for the next one, before football season, we'll have an in-depth season preview on Breaux Bridge. So all the Breaux Bridge fans, make sure to go out and get your copy, get your football fix. You can go to our website, gridironfootballusa.com. Looking forward to see what the Breaux Bridge Tigers have in store for us in 2025.